Welcome to the Perfect Property Avatar Generator. This is so awesome because we can go into any market anywhere in the country and we are going to be able to find out, number one, who is buying. So we're going to see all the cash buyers in the area and we're going to find out who the top cash buyers are. We're also going to be able to find out what they're buying. So are they buying single family residence, or is it a what size square footage, what's the year built, all that kind of information. And most importantly, we're going to be able to see what they are paying. So this is the way to get started with it. We're going to generate a simple list. And once we generate this simple list, we'll be able to upload it into the Perfect Property Avatar Generator, and it's going to give us all that information. So let's get started. So you're going to work with ListSource, and we're going to log into ListSource, and we're going to be able to generate this list. So first thing we're going to start with is create your own. And we're going to start out with our geography. So let's say we wanted to do this by city. We'll simply go in here and let's say we were going to do this for, North Carolina. So we're going to go into North Carolina and let's say we were going to do this in Wake County. Actually, in order to do that, we are actually doing by city. So we're going to go into Raleigh. So I just hit R here and bring up Raleigh, North Carolina. So now we have the city of Wake. We're going to go into the property and we are going to want to make sure that our equity percentage is 50 to 100%. So these people are buying at deep discounts. So we're going to add that into the system. And we're also going to want to know what that last market sale date is. So when's the last time the property sold? I recommend starting with 3, going to 6, and then 9 months if necessary. So let's go with 6 months to start. And that's going to bring us down drastically. And let's go to property type. We want to see here, I always recommend going with single family residence. So we're going to add single family residence on there. So we have our geography, we have our equity, we have the last market sale date, and we have single family residence. It gives us a list of 822 cash buyers to potentially pick from. So let's move on over to our options section. We are going to want absentee owned, and that's going to drop our number. And we are going to go with no preference on the corporate owned. That's going to bump that number back up. And we also want both mailing address and property address complete. So now we have a list of 345 names. We're simply going to go over here to purchase list. Now, it's very important that when you do this, and we're going to make sure our output is correct when we are getting this list ready for input. I realize some pricing may be different on certain accounts, but here's the standard mortgage leads. We're going to click that. We're going to click add to order. So we click this up here and we make sure we have that. And you can look over here and you can see what our actual criteria that we have. Let's go over here as well to this down here in the additional fields. And we want to make sure that we have important things in here. And we're going to scroll down and we already have the last market sale price. That's important. Length of residence, we don't need that. Let's see, we'll go down here to subdivision because we want subdivision because that's going to tell us if there are any hot subdivisions that investors are buying in. So now that we have that, we can come over here and we can preview our list. So let's go ahead and view our sample list records and we can see here who some of these buyers are. Okay, so we have Hillsborough Investments, we have their mailing address and the property address. We have the equity percentage, we have the last market sale date, and we also have our square footage, building, living area, which is important. And We have our last market sale date or last market recording date as well in this instance, and subdivision. So that is all the information that we need. We're simply going to go from there. You can name this anything you want. You could call it, say, Raleigh test. And then what we would do is go to the point where we're going to check out. But here we do not want to remove duplicate property mailing addresses. That is not something we want to do. We want all the data, all the records. And then we will just simply continue to check out. And from here, we'll just buy our list, and we will have our list, and we'll be good to go, and we can upload it into the property avatar in the next step.